Does building an ADU actually increase your home's value? Yes, and here's the breakdown of how much, why, and the situations where it's worth being careful. On average, a well-built, fully permitted ADU increases property value by 20 to 35%. That's according to national real estate data. Here's how that plays out in real numbers. If homes in your area are selling between $400 and $500 per square foot, which isn't unusual in parts of Cache Valley, adding a 500 square foot ADU can add somewhere in the range of $100,000 to $200,000 in appraised value, depending on the square footage of your home. That's before you even factor in the rental income potential or the broader appeal to future buyers. Detached ADUs tend to add the most value per square foot because appraisers calculate them similarly to a fully separate livable structure. And they offer the most privacy, which matters for future buyers who might use that space as a rental. Attached ADUs still add real value, but they're typically capped at around 50% of your home square footage in most Utah jurisdictions. So while they add meaningful value, there's a practical ceiling on how much square footage you could add in this way. And within either type, a unit with a full kitchen and bathroom adds more value than one without. A kitchenless bedroom addition is valuable, but a true ADU with complete living facilities is what unlocks the full value increase and the rental income potential. This is actually more significant than even I expected. Modern appraisal standards in 2026 specifically account for rental income potential on a permitted ADU, not just square footage. Appraisers look at expected rent, local comparable ADU sales, and an income-based approach alongside the standard square footage comparison. That means that a legal permitted ADU in a strong market like Cache Valley isn't just adding livable square footage to your appraisal, it's adding a documented income stream that appraisers are increasingly equipped to recognize. There are situations in which an ADU doesn't help you in the way that you would expect, and it's worth talking about them. The biggest one is permitting. An ADU that isn't permitted, isn't up to code, or wasn't built to current standards isn't going to add the value that you're expecting. In some cases, it could actually create problems at resale. Buyers and lenders are increasingly aware of what a legal ADU looks like on paper versus one that was never properly documented. The second one is over-improving for your neighborhood. The same principle that applies to any addition. If your ADU dramatically pushes your home's value past what other comparable homes are selling for around you, you may not fully recoup that investment. But here's the thing, it's just like a home addition. An ADU is rarely something that you build just for the resale number. If you're planning on building an ADU, you're almost certainly planning to stay in your home for a very long time. You're doing it for your life and not for your wallet. And if that's the case, the return that you get every day matters more than the return you get at resale. Here's something worth pointing out. It's hard to find a buyer who wouldn't want a separate living space on their property, as long as it doesn't dramatically inflate the price above what they're comfortable with. Multi-generational living, rental income, space for aging parents or returning adult children, buyers across Cache Valley are increasingly looking for exactly this. A well-built legal ADU makes your home more competitive and not less. In conclusion, a well-built, fully permitted ADU in Cache Valley adds real value, typically 20 to 35% on your property, plus the documented rental income potential that modern appraisals increasingly account for. The key is going to be to build it right, permitted, to code, and appropriately scaled to your house and your neighborhood. So if you're thinking about building an ADU and you want to walk through what that would mean for your specific property, reach out, we'll talk you through it.